In 2019, I was extremely skinny. I had 8 addictions. I lacked basic social skills and had no confidence. In 2024, I had 75 kilograms. I had my own business. I was doing good in life. I fixed my teeth. Everything was going well. But I still felt like not myself. I had this addiction which basically ate my confidence. I was really improving myself, but it didn't matter because my old identity was not killed. I had to kill it. What changed was in February 2025, I quit adult sites and I quit caffeine at the same day. Before this, I would quit only adult sites. I would still drink caffeine and I would fail. For years, I would still be failing. And then I realized one thing, which is also connected to destroying your old identity. It's your fight and flight system. I realized that spiking your cortisol levels with caffeine daily is the fastest way to shift your brain from thinking logically to thinking emotionally and impulsively. And that's why I realized that when I quit caffeine, it was the first time I could actually retain a streak with no urges, with not many problems. It became easy. And then over time, 2, 3, 4 months without watching Hub, my identity started to shift. I was no longer a guy who was watching adult sites. But there is also one thing which prevents you from making those big changes in your life. It's when your identity is compromised. Maybe it's compromised because you had some trauma in your life, in your childhood, in your adulthood, something happened to you, and now you are still that child in adult body which has those fears because all those fears, all those things that happen to you, those traumas are embedded in your nervous system. And now you are scared, you have limiting beliefs, you have some things that you carry that are from your childhood. And you need to accept the darkness and you need to get stronger than that darkness, than those demons that you have. You do that first by fighting pain with pain. Those things that happen to you are painful, and now you need to get stronger than them. You know that David Goggins talks a lot about suffering, putting yourself into suffering to grow. This is the truth, but people don't like to hear it. But I will now explain to you why it makes perfect sense. It's because if you just went to therapy, if you just went to process everything that happened and to try to change this compromised identity without fighting pain with pain, you would just cry, it would break you. Maybe something really bad happened, and now when you're thinking about that, you would break because you are not doing anything about it. You're just talking, you're just repeating this in your brain, but you are not strong enough to face it. Once you get strong enough through suffering, you put your body in survival state enough times. You can do it by doing functional training where your body wants to quit, but you say to yourself, just one more round. It's kind of cliche, but it's true. The brain wants to quit at 5 kilometers of running, but you keep going and you get to 10 kilometers. This is the point where you become stronger than your darkness, than your demons. This is the point where they kind of get tired of you and you get that strength. The logic behind this is actually simple. If you can break limiting beliefs in your brain regarding physical activity training, you can also break limiting beliefs that are psychological. You do that first by embracing suffering in your life. If you can put yourself in suffering, you will be mentally tougher over time, and now you can face your demons, you can break your limiting beliefs. It's actually quite simple, but people don't like to hear this because to change your identity, it requires you to stop being afraid of pain. You will be able to look your demons in their eyes and make them your slaves, because if you can accept them, if you can own them, if you can become stronger than them, you can also manipulate them, because those demons are huge amounts of energy. If you can just transmute it, they can actually work for you, and now you have hidden advantage over people who never had to change their identity, because you have these all those things that happened cause some anger, cause some feelings, and now if you can transmute those feelings, it can be hidden advantage for you. That's it for this video, and thank you for watching. See you next one.